Hi guys, if you don't know me, my name is Jake and the channel you're watching, 787 Dude, is all about planes and aviation. And in today's video, I'm plane spotting yet again at London Heathrow Airport. Here, not at the Premier Inn this time, actually at the base of one of the runways by the car park. This is what I can see all around me. But yeah, there's a plane coming to land. I'm going to swap it over, it's a 787. British Airways 787. Alright, just waiting for the next plane. Obviously the fence is quite annoying here. This is my second plane spotting video that I've done here at London Heathrow. I've just come here just to plane spot, which yeah, pretty much it. There's a 777 moving over there. I don't know if it's coming out the hangar, going to go fly or whatever, but our next plane is getting closer and closer. Next one is, the other one is off the runway now, if you can see that, but our next one is coming very close and it's going to fly right over our head because that right there is the start of the runway, so pretty much right over. And this is a Virgin Atlantic A330. Oh, bit of a bump there. Nicely on the ground. Bumped, which is actually quite weird for an A330, especially how its gear is it's meant to be the butter machine. But I think that was a little bit of a rough landing there. But who knows? Anyone next coming in, and that 777 is all the way over there now. I think it's just parking up by there, probably not being used or needs to be refurbished. Very cool. I believe it's 777-200 because it doesn't have the door in the middle yet, so by the looks of it, it's a 200. Yesterday I was here and I saw the Better Life British Airways A320, but enough about that because we have got a (787). I didn't actually see the airline. I think it's a Saudi airline, but yep, and it's landing, if you can see it. Very smooth, very smooth landing from that 787. Oh, and that plane has turned right the way round. I'll show you a bit better, hopefully. There, right the way. All those planes there. But you get plane spotters all along here at Heathrow, all along here. You know, lots of places to actually spot planes. That doesn't actually, by the looks of it, it doesn't actually work that, so I'm just gonna come back a bit. continue holding it here. But we'll see what our next plane is. We've had, what? A 787, a few 787s. A A330, what looks to be now a A320 or some sort. You can hear one powering up on the other side, and this one is a TAP Air Portugal A321. And I'm not sure if you can, but I can see quite a few planes all lined up ready to land. Alright guys, the next plane is about to arrive here in London Heathrow. If you think you can hear me better, yeah, you're right. I've just took the microphone off its little stand so I can have it a bit closer towards me. But this next plane is a British Airways Airbus A320-200. I paused for a second there because I wasn't sure if it was an A319 or an A320. Alright, that's landed. Now the next one coming into land. We can't tell what it is too far away, but we definitely have the next. I've done lots of filming here at Heathrow. I've done pods once, actually twice. I will post. It's not like an actual video. I'll just post the other pod one. Maybe I'm not too sure yet. But I've done a pod, and we actually got stuck on the pods. So if you want to see that, I recommend going to watch that video after you finish this one, if you haven't watched it already. But here we are, I think another British Airways, but what I think it is it's definitely British Airways. It's an Airbus A320-200 yet again. So two of those that landed in a row here at London Heathrow. And that 777 still has its engine on, it's still moving. Although I'm going to focus on this, just for this for a bit. And then we just await our next plane to arrive and land here at London Heathrow, the home of British Airways, the home of Virgin Atlantic. If you're liking the video so far, why don't you go ahead and give this video a like, and if you really are enjoying this channel, why don't you go give it a subscribe. Why don't you go subscribe? It really helps me out, and it makes my day when I see that my subscriber count has even just gone up by 1. Anyway, our next plane here is a Airbus A319. Yep, that was an Airbus A319-100. The only type of A319 that British Airways operate, because you have the A319 CE, CO and Neo, with also 100 as well. Okay, next aircraft. At first glance, 787. Will it be a 787? Probably not. But it could be. Full well could be. Okay, here it comes. I'll be able to tell you what it is, what airline and type of plane. To me, at this rate, I don't actually think it's 787. I think it's actually a 777. But we will wait and see. We have, ladies and gentlemen, a Delta. That's a special spot. We have a Delta 767 here at Heathrow landing. I saw one land earlier. It's actually in the outro of my plane spotting video, my other plane spotting video. I saw the outro. It flew over as I was doing the outro. That's quite cool to see. That's going to Terminal 3. As that's the main terminal that they go in to here at London Heathrow. Now we have a plane all the way up there. I think that's probably just taken off, probably just turned around, heading who knows where. Okay, we are waiting for our next aircraft. As I was walking here, there was actually a A380, an Emirates A380 that has arrived from Dubai. It took off early this morning, but it arrived here. And a 777-300 from American. But this plane is a British Airways Airbus A320 Neo. Our first Neo of the day. Not for me, but for you guys. Airbus A320 Neo in a respected British Airways. Anyway, swoosh it round to the next aircraft coming in. The 777-200 over there has now switched off its engines. It's just moving. Who knows why? Alright, let's see what our next airplane will be. You can hear the engines of a very loud plane. Well, all planes are loud, but a plane over there. And here we have another Airbus family with, again, British Airways. This one looking a bit wobbly. But it is a British Airways Airbus A321 Neo. Airbus A321. It's not a Neo. I thought it was. Neo's, I believe, has a door at the front as well. Well, after main door, it has another door just before the wings, and then it has the door at the back as well. But a regular A321 does not. Anyway, next aircraft. Will it be British Airways again? Chances are it probably will, but who knows? But it doesn't matter what it is, because a plane is a plane. A commercial plane is a commercial plane, and you can't really see anything. You can see the plane taken off over there. The runway is over there. Anyway, our next plane looks a bit bigger than the past few that we've had, but that's just at first glance, and it might not be. You do get lots and lots of smaller aircraft at Heathrow during normal day hours in the morning and after evening, you don't actually get lots and lots. You still get lots, but not as much as you would during the day. And I believe this to be one of my favourite. Well, actually, that is, ladies and gentlemen, we have seen a Airbus A220. The first time I've ever actually seen an Airbus A220, and I was too busy on actually looking at the plane. I didn't actually see what airline it was, but that was an Airbus A220, not 320, 220. And you can tell by its winglets and its front. I'm pretty sure that was an A220. I mean, it couldn't be an Embraer, but it didn't look to be an Embraer. I'm pretty sure it was an A220. But who knows? Anyway, moving on. Quite a cool spot to whatever plane it was. But we are waiting for our next aircraft here at LHR. Okay, the next aircraft is a British Airways Airbus A3. What is it? Just a regular Airbus A320. Nothing special. Nothing that we haven't seen before. Seen it all the time. But if you want to see lots and lots of bigger planes land here at Heathrow, go check out my other plane spotting video. I was at the Premier Inn that I was staying at last night. Lots and lots of massive planes. I did that recording about 7 o'clock in the morning. So tons and tons of planes that were massive. Like, I'm talking A350s, 787s, 777s. No A380s, unfortunately. There was an A380 that I saw just as I actually come out the doors of the Premier Inn, which was really unfortunate. British Airways, well, not unfortunate to see, but unfortunate not to get it on camera. If I was a minute earlier, would have saw it, would have got it on camera. But hey ho. Next aircraft is, I think, a big one. I believe it to be a 777, but airline is United. A United 777 dash. Alright, we'll just let it go past. A United 777-200 ER. And if you want to know the difference between a 300 and 200 or all the dashes of 787, go watch my other plane spotting video where I briefly touch on about that and teach you how to identify the differences, and so you know that you can say, oh, okay, that's a 777-200, or that's a 777-300 there. Like, standing still for ages. I'm not sure if that's taken off from that runway or what. And the runway change isn't going to happen for a little while. I'll be gone, left Heathrow by the time that's happened. I've just kind of kneeled down here on the floor. Legs are getting a bit tired. But it's very cool to see, like, all the planes pretty much fly over my head. Obviously, I wouldn't go underneath because it'd be a lot harder to identify what they are. It'd be a lot harder to identify what they are, and even the airline. So I've come just to a little bit of the side. As you can see, the start of the runway is not far at all. It's very close. Anyway, our next arrival here into Heathrow is a British Airways Airbus A. It is a British Airways Airbus A320-200. And as you can hear again, there's another plane flying away. Maybe going on holiday for lots of people. It's a week before the Easter holidays. Let's see what our next plane is. Oh, our next plane looks big. It looks bigger than the last few. Is it a 787 wings? They are coming up quite high. Fun fact, I believe 787 wings curve in the air 22 degrees than they do on the ground. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's fact. Or it could be an A350 here. I don't know. Looks to be more an A787, but let's see what it is. It's definitely British Airways. And it is a British Airways 787-9. Woo! My favourite aircraft there, just coming into land in London Heathrow. Very cool to see, very cool indeed. Alright, it looks like we've maybe actually got a few bigger ones coming up. Alright, I paused the video just momentarily, and I've got news that an Airbus A380 is meant to arrive in about 4 or 5 landing time. So we are going to spot the first Airbus A380 on camera today. But anyway, this is really lucky. We have another British Airways 787 BA. I'm sorry about the camera there. Oh, it's really hard to see. But I was a Dash 10, by the way. I could tell by the front. But like I said, go watch my other plane spotting video to learn more about. Actually, these gates are going to open, so I'm going to focus the camera just on these gates so we can see a little bit more of what's inside London Heathrow. See a bit more of the runway. And I believe the Airbus A380 is now 3 flights? 3 or 4. I wonder what airline it is, but we'll just have to wait and see for that. But the 787 is now touched down. Well, it touched down like 30 seconds ago, but it is now touched down on the ground. Probably really slowing down now. About to taxi into Terminal 5, probably B gates. To be honest, you see a lot more 787s in B than C or A, because A's are normally for the smaller planes. But anyway, what is this plane? This doesn't look to be BA. And I don't think it's a 787. I think this actually could be a 777. But guess what, guys? I can see the Airbus A380 in the background. I can see it, but this plane is an American Airlines 777-300. If you didn't hear me, that was an American Airlines 777-300, and the Airbus A380 is the next to arrive. This is going to be very cool, very special. I'm going to go this way a bit so we can fully see it properly, because we do not want to miss this. We want to get the best camera angle we could possibly get out of any plane that we've spotted today. This one is 110% the most important. Alright guys, here it comes. We're going to have a very big loud roar. My hair's probably going to go everywhere. But let's see what aircraft this is coming into land. Well, airline should I say. It's obviously an A380. I believe from here it looks like Qatar, but I'm not too sure. We'll have to see what it is when it comes. Yes, it looks to be Qatar. Airbus A380, more likely going to T4, Terminal 4. But here we go. This is very cool. An Airbus A380 for Qatar. That is so cool. That is extremely, extremely cool. The wind from that was amazing. Right, that is gonna wrap up today's video, unfortunately. But that is it for today's video. But what a way to end with an Airbus A380, a Qatar Airbus A380. Alright guys, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And so I know that you want more of these videos, amazing videos. Again, what a spot to see an Airbus A380 for the final plane. Make sure to subscribe and make more people know about the 787 Dude who loves... No, 787 Dude channel. Oh, share with all your family and friends as well. That's a good idea. But subscribe. I'm trying to get to 100 by October, which is when I go to Madeira. And I know it's only 26 away. But for someone like me, a small content creator, it's actually quite hard. And it really makes my day when I see my subscriber count to just go up even by 1. So thank you guys for watching this video. And I might as well just let you watch this final plane land, mightn't I? Okay guys, Airbus A350 to properly wrap up today. What a great way to finish this video. A Qatar Airbus A380 and a Qatar Airbus A380 and then a British Airways A350. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up and like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.